lot of things obviously that go into play, hitting irons, but one thing we need to be really consistent about is our setup. We've talked about alignment, but one thing is ball position. There's a lot of times if our ball position gets out of whack, we're going to have to make a swing that goes around the ball position we have. So if the ball goes too far back, too far up in our stance, that's going to kind of dictate how we have to attack that ball. So I got 3 clubs here. I've got a wedge, a 7-iron, and a 4-iron. We'll kind of walk you through kind of standard ball positions here. So kind of a good rule of thumb, good place to start. Anytime we're hitting a wedge, we want that ball right in the middle of our stance, kind of belt buckle, belly button. That's going to be the baseline for where we want the ball in our stance for a wedge, sand wedge, pitching wedge. Now that ball is going to creep up slightly in our stance the longer the golf club gets. So if we see the length on the golf club's right, pitching wedge, 7-iron, 4-iron, the longer the club, the further up in the stance the ball goes, okay? Because we need room for the length of that golf club to get to the bottom of the golf swing, right? So it's not a lot. So if my pitching wedge is there, right in the middle of our stance, that 7-iron is going to be slightly in front, maybe about a ball and a half. It's about the length of the difference between the pitching wedge and the 7-iron, right? And when I get into the long irons, 5-iron, 4-iron, might be a couple balls further in our stance. And again, we compare the pitching wedge to the 4-iron. It's give or take a couple golf balls. So the bottom of your swing is going to change depending on the length of the golf club. So keep that in mind. Be really conscious about setting up, being consistent with our... So let's talk briefly about our setup. We're going to hit a lot on setup with putting so we can be consistent with it. So first thing, our grip. I don't really have a preference on how you hold the club. I mean, you can cross hand, claw, whatever. The important thing is make sure, the front part of this grip is flat, right? So we want to get those edges in our lifeline on our left hand. And then however we're going to hold with our right hand, if we're holding it, standard, get that lifeline going on that outside edge as well. And then get both thumbs on the flat part of that. So we want a really neutral, consistent grip that'll help us control the putter swing, control the club face, all right? Next big thing for me is just generally good posture, okay? But we want to have our eyes on top of the golf ball. We don't want them over the golf ball. We can have them slightly behind the golf ball, but we don't want to be going over, okay? So I have a couple training aids that'll help us with that. But generally you want to just be able to have those eyes right on the golf ball, and that way when you look down the line, you're actually looking down your intended line. You're not too far forward, too far back, okay? Next one is ball position. So when we're putting, we don't want it right in the middle of our stance. We want it just slightly ahead of middle because we want to be hitting that ball on a slight upswing. So we put a good roll so the ball's not skidding. That'll help us with distance control, put a good consistent roll on it, okay? Last thing, just good rhythm, good grip pressure. Don't squeeze the club too tight. We want a nice soft grip pressure and just a lot of shoulders, maintaining this triangle that we created a dress. We want to maintain that good light grip pressure and just swing that putter nice and smooth, have a good consistent stroke as far as speed and as far as length, okay? So take your time on your setup, good grip pressure, eyes on the ball slightly in front of middle for our ball position, and just good rhythm. And again, I've got training aids. We'll go through a lot of stuff with this, but those are really the stuff I want you to focus on with putting, okay?